Hello, everyone. Welcome to Graded Point Live. All right, let me be straight up with you, folks. This is a rant stream. We're just going to talk shit about idiots for about an hour, if not more. Depends on how we feel, how we feel later. Yeah. You can see Piper's chomping at the bit over here. She's already been on one live stream already, and I'm sure the whole time she's thinking, those motherfuckers.
Right, because I was concentrating on a completely different, unrelated topic.
Yeah, but you just wanted to
In the back of my head, I'm going, but I'm so fucking mad right now. Like, y'all can almost hear the face expression I'm making.
the gnashing of teeth, as they say. Like your teeth are grinding, like. So basically, what happened today was an entire full-on assault against Umbrella Guy for having the audacity of making more money than these idiots, these morons, these so-called professionals.
They're so freaking mad that indies are doing better than them.
Yep.
Even on Indiegogo type stuff.
Yep. So it started with stuff like this. Like I said, I'm using Umbrella's his timeline to kind of go through some of this because he took a lot of screenshots and I didn't feel like gathering them all myself. So
I mean, plus this is where I read most of them was him sharing them. Oh my gosh!
Now, here we got Renfamous, who's ban evading, by the way. Totally ban evading.
She's on
She's I just want Twitter. She is ban evading Twitter.
Yep, she's right there. Still harassing people.
Do your fucking job and ban somebody who deserves to get banned. Hello, Twitter, are you there? Anyway.
People not reporting that one for ban evasion or what?
Oh yeah, they are, but it's just Twitter doesn't care. That's just the way it is. So here's Ren, projecting as always, right? Yes, we should all aspire to the lofty goal of using a hate grift clickbait YouTube channel to convince teenage idiots to buy a black and white self-insert comic. Dream big toilet campaign. You know what?
She mad that that's all it took to make them big money.
The case of the Littlest Umbrella. The case of the Littlest Umbrella is at $18,840. Deadbeats is at $13,876. Get fucked. Yeah,
sorry, I haven't checked in a while.
Yeah, I'm throwing it. There is straight up. You know what? Hold on a minute.
Umbrella Guy's closer to y'all's goal than y'all.
Yeah,
y'all mad.
I am unleashing something tonight that has not been unleashed in quite a while. Let's see if I can find it. I'm gonna put this in the thing here. Yeah, it'll be that one, but I'm gonna edit it. Just give me you talk while I do this.
Now, if I had wanted to end up with more rentards in my feed, I would have responded to all of these with the "you mad, bro?" Just different variations, and deal with it. Would be because they like spamming me with gifs instead of actually saying things.
Of course. They're not original people, They're
yeah. Just, I'm like, I kind of want to do that to them because at least it would be funnier. I'd pick funny gifs. We do have a first-time viewer and first-time chatter. The Wolf is new here.
Well, hello there. We're having a rage stream essentially. Well, more of a laugh stream and a rant stream, but yeah, we're upset that comic book pros don't know how to be professional and will go after people's families and even a young child who's only 5 years old because they can't handle being owned by somebody who's doing their very first comic book campaign.
Basically, we've shown this a lot in a lot of the streams. Comic book industry supposed pros really, really hate the indie market because the indie market is outdoing them. So they go after each indie creator one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they're going after this one just happens to be extra disgusting, so I'm extra pissed.
I bet these people. Aha, found it. I bet these people.
I like your name though, the wolf.
Yeah, that's nice. Done. All right.
All right.
Just gonna put this on the side here because tonight this is tonight's stream. No simpy. Why is it backwards?
Because boomer strikes again.
No, it's because I need to flip it again. That's no problem. No. There we go. No simpy. This is the absolute no simpy. I'm gonna change the fucking name of the stream right now.
The no simpy stream. I like that.
The no
simpy.
No simpy stream. Let me go do that right now. Oh, I better not do that right now.
Oh yeah, we know this. We're not surprised at all how terrible the pros are. Just Gail alone taught me the never meet your idols thing, and I never even met her in person. Right. I didn't need to. She would have sat on me. That was low, but I'm pissed right now.
Let it go. I mean, let it ride, as I say.
Right? So I'm not going to filter whatever the hell. I'll try to filter. There should be no reason for the N-word, but just in case.
Nice.
I'll filter that. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that word has any place here in this particular stream because there ain't nothing nice about it. So yeah, we're not surprised. We just like pointing it out and laughing at them for being pathetic piece of shit garbage people.
Yeah. I mean, you said it right. And his response was perfect. It's like, still salty. Enjoy splitting a ramen budget between 40 people. While those teens...
Right? They're more than 40 people.
Yeah, more than 40 people. Yeah. Are we talking about the N-word? Look, I like to say nice.
Talking about nice, yeah.
Yeah, we're just being nice.
What's wrong with you?
we only have a danger of the actual N-word being said of cabs here. So
yeah.
Anyway.
Florence, I know that she's a garbage human. I experienced that firsthand.
Yeah, Piper has incurred the wrath.
Yep.
Piper was a victim of Ren's impotent rage. It's like, while those teens you and Indie Pros drove away pushed my project further. It's so delicious how all the hate-keeping you and your cronies did simply showed more paying customers reasons to back folks like me. There you go.
Well, think about it. The more they act like this, the more people are going to back their enemies just to be dicks. Like, they're going to get backing from people that don't give a shit. They're just like, man, fuck these people. I'd rather see this person succeed. And it's funny though because part of the deadbeats income or whatever, the backing they've got right now is from people that are pity backing them or hate backing them.
Multitasking, sorry. So here we go with some more goes. So another thing that happened is that apparently they think that Twitter user, she's known as Lola, right, on Twitter. That they think that that they are married.
Yes, they have decided that her and Tug are married.
Yeah. Okay. Because here's a screeny. It's like, someone tell Lola.
And that was actually what Chrissy decided specifically. And when I called her on it, I got gifts. So,
for example, like right here, it's like, someone tell Lola I'm not selling a comic featuring Ramona Flowers, unlike her husband who is charging $20 for a book featuring a main character whose faces are trademarked by Capcom. And you're part of a book that it was trademarked in 1993 by another comic book. So let's not play that game. If you want to play that game,
and it's also just the Crypt Keeper. So
yeah. If you want to play the game of who's copyright infringing, we can do that. But unlike a picture of a logo that is just a fucking umbrella, right? At the end of the day, do you really want to talk about the original Deadbeats that came out in 1993 and had 87 issues? Oh, I've done a lot. I've done my research. Unlike you people, I know what I'm talking about. You know how long? It took hours of research. It took me 5 whole minutes.
Yeah, there's somewhere in there though that has Chrissy telling them that she's the wife.
Yeah, here we go. I seriously suspect Lola and Tug are really one and the same. Either that or they got 1,000,000-to-1 luck of the draw meeting the only person on earth that's crazy enough to put up with their crazy ass. And then Chrissy, no, they're just married. Lola has posted tons of pictures of their daughter on Twitter. Just Google Lola meets and pull up the images and scroll. I assume the little girl on Tug's book is based on their daughter.
Yeah, so there's Chrissy totally not digging this stuff up according to what she told me, even though it's right the fuck there.
Let's see here. Hold on one second.
Flat out says that she stalks them.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, let's see here. I also didn't give this to my daughter so she too could see how amazing the medium could be. He has never made any bones about the fact that this is about the littlest umbrella is his daughter. It's based on his child. Are you people fucking morons?
Do you really need to ask that?
No, I don't, but I'm going to say it any fucking way. So anyway, yeah. What's it up? Let's look at this one. What's this one? Oh yeah. So she's what people who block like that are like literally tired of your bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, the don't be a snowflake people are the ones not using a block bot.
Yeah.
Fucking tards.
Yeah. Now here's where I think this is where we all got heated, right? Today.
Yes. This is where that was the first one I happened to see when I started paying attention to Twitter today, and it just
Mr. NPC himself, Mark Lombardi. Now here's this he says this and then later on tries to go back on it. Like he didn't say it.
You fucking they do that. They're fucking retarded. Like they didn't fucking post shit.
I don't know if people can see it on the screen, but I will read it. And a doctor says, "Congratulations to Lola and Tug on their nuptials."
Yeah.
Don't go.
It is really tiny, but woo, I got the hiccups. Sorry.
Well, Lola has been on streams. She's actually talked, and she sounds like a woman. So, that's all I know. I mean, they sound like a woman. So, just going by what I hear, Yeah, but like I said, I've heard them speak. Sorry, I'm talking to chat.
Yeah.
Anyway. What Mark Lombardi says, now like I said, everybody, in the chat, if you're just hearing this for the first time, I can understand. And you will have 10 seconds to express in any way, shape, or form how you really feel about this human being. Barely. What? You mean Tug McDrawl's self-insertion Mary Sue pedo fantasy of him wearing Rorschach's outfit and an umbrella court mask while hanging out with a 5-year-old demon girl in a Lovecraft ripoff world isn't original? Hello there indeed. And he got the thing wrong too. It's hey there, not hello there. But
yeah. This is where I got pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the rest of the stuff is like, haha, they jealous. Haha, wow, they fucking are trying to fucking dig up pictures of... That one kind of pissed me off. But this is the first thing I saw, so I was already pissed.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're writing a comic about your own kid is apparently pedophilia, you guys.
And of course, this series
according to this guy, which I don't want anywhere near my kids or potential kids or me. Like,
I will say this: the entire human race should get a restraining order against Mark Lombardi.
Right?
I am absolutely. This person has no. I don't know what his thing is, but he is a creep, right? You know, absolute, like, does not need to be around human interaction ever. Because he's always, I mean, like, because, you know, Umbrella point up, like, you know, he says, this is the first time Mark Lombardi, along with Ren and the gang, have gone after my child. And here's some more examples. Let's see.
Yeah, a lot of them kept doing it, you know, besides the ones actually admitting they're looking for pictures of his kid.
Yeah.
This is where I'm biting. I think my lip's bleeding now.
You don't need to bite your tongue.
Well, at least I bit my lip instead of my tongue. I'm sitting here chewing on my lip like, I want to, because I'm a mom.
I tell you what. What we're going to do. I'm going to give you an entire minute to say exactly what's on your mind.
Right now?
Right now.
Okay, Mark, you're fucking disgusting. Anybody who takes a depiction of a child in any way and immediately thinks of pedophilia is fucking sick. Because that means in your head, you sexualized that child. Be it a drawing or whatever. You sexualized that child in your head and came up with pedophilia. That's disgusting. Nowhere else is she sexualized. Because she's 5. And fucking, So, in you trying to, like, own Tug, you owned yourself. You outed yourself as a sick fuck who should not be around children and should probably be on some fucking list. And yeah, I'm this pissed because I have a son. And people tried to do the same thing to him recently. And claimed that, all in the name of them being morally superior, because somehow sexualizing somebody else's kids makes you a good person and the parents the pedos, because I don't fucking know. Because projection. I'm going with projection. So I just had to deal with this with my own son, and then they're doing this with a 5-year-old girl. And so, yeah. And then there's the group of people that are trying to freaking actually find pictures of her. Don't find pictures of her. Don't find pictures of anybody's kids and say they're her. Because obviously there's at least one sick asshole that's going to fap to that picture. While calling everybody else pedophiles. Because he sees a kid and he automatically thinks sex. That's my nicest rant I have ever done because my voice hurts, so I didn't yell.
Feel better now?
Yeah, I still want to kind of like meet this guy in a back alley and kick his ass because I know I can.
Oh, I would honestly. I would. How's the old saying goes? I would kick his ass so hard he would taste my boot.
Yep.
I mean, that's he's like that. He's at that stage now.
I know I could take him too, and I would have all reason to. Mm-hmm. I'm a mom, and this dude's a fucking pervert.
Yep. Hey, like I said, I've said it before.
A pervert about people's kids.
I am barreling towards 40 years old, right? In a few months here. I'm fat. I'm out of shape. Been a while since I've had to, have to do things that I, that you would call like really active stuff or anything like that. But as I know that I could kick his ass. Mm-hmm. And I would enjoy every second of it.
I know I can kick his ass. And I'm fucking 5'3", 115 pounds.
It's there's this old country song. Well, it's not old. It's, recent years, but still, it's not old. But, the line is, I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm good once as I ever was. I can pull it together good time. That's all you need to know. I can pull it together one more time.
With all these internet tough guys, I've been itching to put my training to use. instead of just sparring and just training. I've been itching to actually use it.
I mean, I remember this was years ago. Had somebody, you don't sound fat. That's a, I guess that's a compliment. But years ago, this was back early internet days, so like early 2000s, forum days and stuff like that. Had this guy who was wilding out and stuff like that, and this is like I'm 20, I'm in my 20s here, I'm feeling myself. I'm a badass. I don't give a fuck, right? And so this guy's like, I'll kick your ass. I told the guy where to meet me. I said, please, I'm begging you, show up and beat my ass, please. What is Systema? What are you doing?
They asked what training.
Oh, so you doing?
I trained in.
It sounds like a hacking protocol.
I know it is such a weird name, but that's what it was called, Systema. It's a Russian martial art, and what it is it's almost akin to street fighting because there's no actual forms. So basically, they're just telling you the best way to kick each other's ass and kill each other. Technically, it's for killing blows, but
right. So
in America, they're not allowed to teach that way. So they have to. In Russia, you will leave training with broken bones. And be called a pussy if you don't come back. Kind
of like a.
They're not. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Krav Maga and stuff like that. The Israeli martial art and stuff.
Yeah, they're not allowed to do that. They're not allowed to train that way here, but you will get your man, dude. I left with bloody face almost every day. I mean, until I got good.
How do you train someone in fighting style with no form? Well, you see, that's the thing.
Exactly.
Bruce Lee kind of touched on this in, if you read his book, Tao of Jeet Kune Do, he explains it that, like, if you have no form, then they don't know when it's coming.
Exactly. And that's exactly what it banks on. So basically, it shows you how to do things. Found out that I fight really good from if somebody puts me on the ground, they're fucked even more than if they don't.
Yeah.
Found that out. I also I bit the shit out of my instructor because everything goes. Like my instructor ended up using me as an example a lot because I apparently have a death grip.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I was giving him trouble when he would show how to get out of holds and get out of this and that, or take a knife away from somebody because he couldn't do it. He would go, all right, it's really easy. You just do this. Unless you're doing it with her, I guess. And then I went to special, outside of that training, I then went to specialized knife fighting. Because, got me over my fear of people with knives, apparently. So really good with a knife, but I don't need one.
Reminds me of a friend one time. He told me he had somebody who wanted to, quote, fight him, right? He's like, oh, all right, okay, yeah, that's fine. So he showed my friend. He's got he's concealed carry holder and stuff like that. He literally shows the guy that he was putting his gun in his car, right? And he says, "What are you doing that for?" He said, "I am so not worried about what you're going to do that I don't need this." And of course, the guy thought he was badass. This, that, that. He took one swing. My friend got behind him, put him in a rear naked choke, and knocked him out.
We had people coming in with examples, actually, including the instructor, of somebody coming up with a weapon, with intent to, rob them, whatever, and them not having a weapon, and them being so confident in their fighting ability.
Yep.
That because they were so confident and exuded that confidence and did not didn't flinch of even with the weapon and stuff.
Yeah.
They would just talk the person down, basically by saying, "You don't want to fight me." And this is a little old man, so I'm like, "Well, shit, man, I'm because I'm giving the instructor trouble, and he's a little old man.
Mm-hmm.
I should be able to give people trouble just by, you don't want to fight me. Can you imagine that coming in with my voice, though? You don't want to fight me.
You don't want to fight me.
I might be little.
Who said that?
But no, you knocked me down from the ground, and you were going down so goddamn fast.
It's the first I've heard of Sistema. The only other Russian martial art knew prior was Sambo. And Sambo is more of a kind of a grappling style.
Yeah. Look up Sistema, because it basically incorporates anything that's useful. It teaches you to use anything in your surroundings as a weapon. Mm-hmm. But it teaches you, plenty of throws and tons of how to get out of holds and avoid getting held, how to disarm.
Mm-hmm. So pretty much like what Bruce Lee taught. Like,
yeah.
Be open.
And the reason it says that don't have any form, we're teaching you tricks, and we're toughening you up so that you'll use them. And that is how I got used to getting elbowed in the face, punched in the face, kicked in the face. I mean, I got kicked everywhere else. The face is what hurt, though.
Because I know that's what
especially the one time I forgot to take my piercings out.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, I regretted that real fast. My face was bloody shit.
Because I know, because I've read, like I said, I read the book, and I've seen his interviews and stuff. And one of the things, the one part of an interview that like it's still like one of the few that you can still find, where he says, "Flow like water."
Yep. That's when they teach.
Yeah, it's basically like you flow to the situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Although me and my friend, we got a thing about this. You're gonna like this. Cowboy Bebop, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and Spike is basically his fighting is Bruce Lee.
Yep.
It's basically what it is. And
I always thought that's cool. I love the animation of him fighting.
Yeah, and so you remember the part where they found Ed's dad.
Yeah.
And Ed's dad just like beat the shit out of both of them. So my friend said, so he said like, so you know how Spike flowed like water? I was like, yeah. He said, Ed's dad, the motherfucking Rock.
A Sistema happened to also play to my strengths. Mm-hmm. So I was glad that I picked it.
Yeah.
Because one of the things they would teach is slipping out of people's grasp, slipping through a crowd without touching anybody, even though it's a crowd and this and that. I've always been good at disappearing in a crowd and slipping through people without touching anybody.
Right.
And they would make us just practice walking around and making a crowd of ourselves and trying to bump into each other while avoiding getting bumped into. Mm-hmm. Basically. And that was great. So it managed to play really good to my strengths. So I'm glad I picked it. But man, I have been... Yeah, it sounds like it might be the polar opposite. Look it up, though. It's
because if you because this is old school UFC before when it was actually mixed martial arts and not this hybridized bullshit that they do now. One of the early winners of UFC, he was a Sambo fighter, and it was basically grappling, akin to jiu-jitsu or Greco-Roman style kind of thing,
Yeah, I found out my one weakness that I had to work on a lot was when they were having us do the over the shoulder throws. I was the shortest one there, and for shits and giggles, basically, he paired me with the tallest person there. And his center of gravity is not where mine is, I guess. So basically, I would do the thing to throw them over my shoulder, and they would just be bent over me because they could almost reach the ground already. Like, yeah, so they're just bent over, and I'm like, if this was a real fight, then I would just kick you in the nuts, like, fuck right, you. Yeah. Or actually punch you in the nuts, probably. But Sistema is,
Special Forces.
Yeah, Special Forces. Look it up. It's really cool because while other martial arts are great for competitions and exercise, and I'm sure you could definitely kick somebody's ass who has no idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're constrained into very specific forms of how to block and how to hit somebody.
Right.
And Sistema is basically considered, like, they said they won't let Sistema into like MMA.
Yeah.
Because even though it's a martial arts, it's basically considered street fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no form. So they say they won't let it into MMA. Which kind of made me sad because I was like, I want to do that.
It's designed to be practical and it's adapted to many situations, so you're not locked into a specific type of fight. Yeah, that's the point. You know, it's that's kind of what
So that to me, that's the best self-defense. If you want to learn a martial art for self-defense, Sistema.
Yeah.
Sistema or something like it.
Yeah. Like I said, like that's why I use Krav Maga or something like that. It was something. You notice like almost all of the good ones are like something the special forces uses, like.
Yep.
Like some kind of army protocol, to make and because it could be a situation where you're literally having to fight hand to hand, so
yeah. The story behind it coming over here is pretty funny too.
Well, let's not talk too much about it because we got.
I know, but it ended up being a nice, interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Chat being interested.
Yeah.
It's not often I get to talk this. I don't have many people to talk this with.
Like I said,
let's go back to No Simpy. I'm gonna kick this dude's ass. Where's he at?
Yeah, we're going No Simpy again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is he at?
Calling you out. But yeah, so here's another example of back a couple months ago where he was being creepy, right? He's talking to Umbrella. He says, you wouldn't know about professionalism if you begged your 5-year-old daughter to sit on your lap while recording another Comicscape video for clicks and then made up stories about getting doxxed for pity dollars. You're the most pathetic of the CG breed.
Fucking, see? Is he the same person that was obsessed with his daughter before?
Yeah, same guy.
It is the same guy. I thought so, where he went on this long,
yeah.
Nothing but blah, 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 your daughter, blah, 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 your daughter. He's doing it again. Freaking wow.
And then this one, oh, come off it. You use your daughter like you use Samedi. They're shields for you. You should be a better example for that kid and stop making up so much bullshit. Just live your life and leave Meyer to be Meyer, copycat. Hey, I want to remind everybody that this guy is a, quote, cat dad.
That's right. That's right.
This guy does not have children, says he wouldn't want children. So how about you don't talk about nobody's kids? In fact, that's kind of reinforcing my my belief.
Yeah.
About you, brother. It's kind of reinforcing that. Now, here's another one. Imagine having to explain to your daughter why you always went on Ethan Van Sciver's YouTube channel when the pictures of him wearing a Nazi uniform get spread around from just a couple of dozen people who've seen them.
See, this is one of the older ones.
Yeah.
Where he went on this long obsession with his daughter. So he's still obsessed with this 5-year-old girl.
Yep.
Still. This dude needs to be on a list.
Yeah. Quite a few of them. Here we go. More fun with Ren and the gang. Making up stories about how my kid wasn't allowed to play with a transgender child because, well, maybe not the person, but who cares? So now they're inserting somebody else's stuff into and
What
people
the
wonder why I
hell?
wouldn't take my child to Anime Matsuri and why I honestly have reservations about it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here you go. Think this might be the guy who talked about outing a trans girl because his young daughter was her friend on a live stream. Apparently the kid's mom was, quote, a leftist virtue signaler doing it to show how progressive she is. I may be wrong, but does he have a southern accent? What? So you don't even know. And yet
They're
you're throwing...
they're sitting there making up like this big old like fan fiction about Tug, you guys.
Yeah, Tug is
They're
like...
putting together
All right.
a patchwork fan fiction.
All right, you know what? Screw Ethan. Tug is like the literal Nazi of Comicsgate, apparently. Okay, so here we go. Here's some more shit. It's like, man, comics industry locales are salty. Going after my toddler because your career path isn't comics. It's abject failure and disgust with the person in the mirror. Remember, comic pros cannot stand you bypassing their gates. So let's do it. Back my project. Which, you know what? Let's do a quick little update. Let's see what we got. That stayed the same. Did y'all make any money? No. Who cares? Yeah, you're not going to make any money because you're pathetic.
Not when they're dude.
Mm-hmm.
They don't realize too they're representing their campaign.
Yeah.
And going nuts and attacking somebody's 5-year-old. Like, that's gonna really help their look.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good look, bruh. It's not a good look.
Yeah, and like I said, Chrissy still thinks that this one still thinks that Tug and Lola are married or something.
Yeah. I love how she told me she wasn't participating in looking up this stuff, and she flat out was like, "I've seen a bunch of pictures."
But that means you were looking.
Yeah, you're freaking stalking the chick and deciding who she's married to, bro.
Yep.
Like, I mean, chick, whoever. Chrissy's a piece of shit.
Yeah. I tried to tell you, dude. I told you, like, when all this started happening to you the first time, I said, you realize she's a pile of garbage, right?
Yeah, it was because I managed to get her talking polite.
Yeah, polite doesn't
and we
mean...
found found some common ground on some topics. And then later she came at me again on Ren's behalf and said, well, Ren's had a bad relationship and that's why she's the way she is. And I'm like, that's not an excuse. And apparently she thought that I was mean because Ren having bad relationships in the past, before I knew who Ren was, totally an excuse for her behavior now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was mean for not basically saying Ren can do that or whatever. Like, basically I was supposed to go, oh, poor Ren. All right, I'm so sorry I got upset at her slander and all her other stupid bullshit she pulled.
Yeah.
My bad. I didn't know she had a bad relationship.
Mm-hmm.
As if I haven't had like a million of them.
Cry me a river.
Mm-hmm. So that's when I was kind of like, well, we went with the we'll agree to disagree. So I never blocked her.
Yeah.
Never paid attention to her, but never blocked her because I still saved that for extreme cases. But then there was this, and I was like, you're lying to my face. Well, as close to my face as you fucking can.
Yeah. Because they'll go...
When all the receipts are right the frick there.
They're one of those people who will do stuff like that, and then they'll go and delete it and pretend like they never said it.
Yeah.
That's what I
tell people. It's all right there.
Yeah. That's why I tell people, I said, would you people please archive this shit and quit making screenshots? Because
I didn't bother archiving my short little conversation with her.
No, not that.
I didn't say that, and I'm like... Really? Because there's screenshots that you did. And then she was fucking started sending gifts. So I was like, okay, you're not worth my time. Bye.
Mm-hmm. It's like, okay. And we're back to, let's see. And we're back to please flag that Indiegogo, along with sexualizing my 5-year-old who has an avatar we made into a comic because I can't show her face. If I did, one of these great people might want to put a brick in it. Salty. This is what the comic industry supports. Buy better.
Or in the case of Mark, he's just gonna fap to it.
And then they're trying to compare.
They're
trying, Ren thinking she's a genius. She found a picture that's similar to that, which I know who that character is. It's not anything. It's a fucking fighting game.
I don't even recognize that character, but I know that the whole blacked out face with creepy grin thing and stuff like that coming out of a hood is a thing that's been done. Like, unless you have it looking exact, which I don't see her having any kitty ears.
Exactly.
Then no, they have nothing to go on because they would have to go after every single person that's ever done that character style of the black face with the hood.
Yep.
Which is nice and creepy. It's been done.
And here you go. This whole, this passive aggressive bullshit, right? It'd be a shame if they got reported for copyright infringement and got their little campaign shut down. Oh, it's such a shame. Oh.
They're like, hurry, they're beating us. Everybody go take out their campaign.
Oh, okay, here you go. This is going to be a good one when it starts off with oof.
Oh, boy.
I saw the image and thought, where have I seen that before? You've never seen that before. I can guarantee you've never seen that before. You are literally pretending that you've seen it before, so maybe Ren will look at you, dude. She's not gonna fuck you.
Yeah.
She's not gonna fuck you. I'm sorry.
Oof.
Oof.
Yikes.
Yikes. Was it oof, yikes, and what's the other one?
I don't know. It seems like they got made fun of so much for going gross all the time that they've stopped that one. So
yeah.
But definitely oof and yikes have been the big ones.
Mm-hmm. Didn't know Tug's daughter was Disturbed's mascot.
See, that's another one. That's another example. But I mean, it's something that looks cool, and it's been done in 50 different anime at this point. There's a character that's got a face like that. I mean, you can't copy. She's gonna have to look way more identical to a character.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never heard of that kitty cat thingy.
Like this one, I'm just hoping Kyung Lee, who's the artist, doesn't draw any upskirt shots with this one.
Wow, who said that?
It's right there.
Because it's tiny.
Mr. As a future Mrs. Aaron Judge or something like that. I don't know what their ad is because it doesn't show that.
Yeah, that person might need on a list too.
Oh, wow, Tug totally ripped off that design.
Wow is probably another one.
They'll probably, when Midnight Cowboy comes out, they'll be the ones that'll say, they totally ripped off that submarine design that we based the submarine on.
They totally ripped off that. Well, I mean, it's an existing. You can't fucking.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Our documentation that we came up with is it's the USS Blueback. It's. And that's what's talking about, like how much of a great people praising how great Ren is because she gets to do 2 pages.
I think her name is just going to be in the book, honestly, not on any story, just in the book.
Piper. I wonder if she's going to be a Zoe Quinn situation,
right?
Where her name's on it, but she doesn't actually write it.
Exactly.
And in Umbrella, he goes.
It's going to be.
Now this is some more disgusting bullshit because it says pretty sure Raised by Wolves is Shane Holmberg. Shane Holmberg's that guy who tried to debate Nick Rekieta and got thoroughly ass blasted. It was so bad that Nick Rekieta called him a brainlet on stream. Yeah. And he says, Shane, you are trying to are you trying to go at my kid too because you realize you went after Vic because he endangered kids. This is yet another industry rep. Stop supporting them. Support better.
Yep.
I like how Tug has turned it into advertising too. Like, listen.
Yeah.
Like, look at this bullshit.
Might as well. They're gonna give him the attention.
Umbrella Girl is probably an abused kid.
Wow.
Yeah. Sure doesn't sound like it in the videos. I'm saying, she's having fun. Anytime I've tuned in and she's there, they're just just having fun. She tells her stories. She said, give me them super chats.
Yep.
Sounds
like a normal 5-year-old.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. So yeah, this is, and I think there was another one.
Just fucking with people's kids because he did something nice and made a comment about his kid.
Yeah, here's another one. It's like, I don't know. Are you sure you want to play the part of degenerate POS threatening my kid because, quote, you believe in due process? Because I'm damn sure no wolf prepared you for the world of legal hurt. If you think that's wise. And here's a threat. This is a fucking threat. I don't care what anybody says.
Yep.
This is a goddamn threat.
Yep, I got a bunch of those.
Yeah. I don't know, Tug. I think a call to Child Protective Services to check up on Umbrella Girl may be in order. Or how about this? I report you and say you're doing self-harm so you can get picked up. This can go both ways, buddy.
This person's making wolves look bad. They need to give up that name.
I just can't stand people saying, "Oh, we're going to call Child Protective Services on your child who is perfectly happy."
Yeah, I got Child Protective Services and the FBI, but that one might have been fake.
No, it was
hard to tell.
Well, if you at the FBI, they'll look at him and they'll just like, "No, not again."
Yeah, they'll be like, "Okay."
Okay, here we go with old Mark Lombardi. This is where he tried to back off of what he said, right? Mark Lombardi is now trying to say, but his way out of talking shit again about my kid with pedo shit. Again, you fucking degenerate SJW weirdo. And behind the block bot, I'm right here. Are little girls in Nasser the extent of your prowess? Support a better brand of pro. Like I said, I love that he's using this for advertising. That's great.
Yeah, they might as well.
Okay,
he might as well. They're giving him the attention.
Should I do a Mark Lombardi crazy cat dad voice?
Oh God.
Let's see if I can come up with something. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Holy crap! Apparently, to a 5-year-old demon girl in Tug McDrawl's fantasy comic is bringing in all of the Tug trolls, and Mr. McDrawl himself in saying that I'm talking about his daughter. Unless she's a 5-year-old demon, I said no such thing. But that's CGers for you.
Wow, that was spot on. I have no idea what his voice sounds like, but that was spot on.
Now here's the thing. Here's where he fucked up, right? You know, this person who's an ally of his, right? They're an ally, you know. I mean, you didn't know he even had the child because none of us care about him as a person or what his life is like. I also assumed it was a bleed man situation. No, I knew he had a child, but she's a toddler and clearly a demon thing that is 5 years old is in his self-insertion fantasy comic book. You've literally fucking called it pedophile shit.
Yeah,
Literally.
Why is he pretending like he didn't? And this is the dude that's obsessed with her.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
it's fucking creepy.
I was straight up.
At this point, Tug needs to
he needs to contact their local authorities and say, I want a restraining order against this man from ever coming near my child.
Yeah, flat out show him all this stuff and be like, dude, this dude is obsessed with my daughter. It seems like sexually from his fucking tweets.
Yeah. Perfect voice. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see.
Yeah, and that's coming from a voice actor, so big props.
The cats are like meow. We need food. You haven't fed us in weeks because you're too busy yelling at people on the internet. Now wait, the cats are like, why don't you love us the way you like the yelling at strangers? I would absolutely file a restraining order against Lombardi on behalf of his daughter. I would too, because it should get to the point. It should get to the point. I don't want you uttering. I don't even want you saying Tug's daughter ever again. Do not mention my child.
Yeah, this dude is obsessed, and it is in a very unhealthy and gross way.
I will put it this way. I don't have a child, but I have kids that are close to me. Those are my cousins. Yeah. My cousin's kid. Well, he's 16 now. He can take care of himself. I've let him go. He's all right, you know. But when he was a boy, you know, he's young. You know, I looked out for him when I could. The same with my best friend and his 2 kids, and my other best friend with his 3 kids. You don't mess with a child. You don't mess with a child. Look, let me tell you a little story. I have a real issue with people messing with children, right? That is, you want a fucking trigger warning? Here's the trigger warning. If you mess with a fucking child in my presence, I'm getting something with a trigger.
That's why I want to kick his ass. I think it's more personally, it's more satisfying to kick his ass for me, but I also am just not a gun person.
Let me tell you a little story. What happened one time? I was going to work. This was when I worked at GameStop, right? For some reason, I couldn't go to the side door, which you usually do, so I had to go in through the main entrance of the mall, right? So it was just by happenstance. Going down the hall, and I was like, this kid, I think he couldn't have been 3, maybe 3 or 4.
Oh, that umbrella guy.
He's here? Well, hi. You want to jump in? You want to come in?
Is that the real?
Where's it?
It's in the chat.
Oh, I got top chat on. Hold on a second. Let me live chat.
I got live chat because I'm cool. Hold on.
Oh, there he is.
Yes.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are still at it. Yeah, exactly. Hey, man, if you want to jump in.
What the fuck? I thought I was subscribed. What the shit? Now I am. That's weird.
You weren't
anyway,
hey, man,
right up in.
I was going to say, man, you know, if you want to come in, you're
maybe
in
that's why I miss all of this.
Will you hush while I talk to Tug on the thing?
Never.
like I said, if you want to hop in and talk with us, that's cool. You know, you're still in the Discord, so you can just hop in. But yeah, so here's the story. So this is, going down the thing. This little kid, he had to be 3 or 4, around that, right? And he was just having a good time. He's just walking, his dad, his father, I assume it's his father, right? And I don't usually get involved with, disciplining your child. That's not me. That's not my problem, right?
Yeah, I usually try to butt out of that.
He open hand slapped his boy across the face as hard as he could and said, "Shut the fuck up."
3 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's when I would actually, that's when I'd say something.
Walked up to him.
Definitely.
I pushed him up against the wall and I said, "Do it to me, motherfucker. I'm a grown-ass man. See what happens."
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't tell him I'm a grown-ass man, but I would definitely be pissed off.
But,
that's when I would step in. Because
I don't tolerate that bullshit. I was like, that's not right. Open hand slapping somebody in the face, a child like that, come on. But, yeah, these weirdos, like, saying the stuff that they say about, Tug's daughter, that infuriated me more than anything else today. Like,
well, see, now when Mark was doing it before the comic book and stuff, like, I was already getting pissed there, and it was making me uncomfortable. Then that thing happened with my son, and this started, and I was 10,000 times more uncomfortable. And I didn't think I could get more uncomfortable with a person being obsessed with, a kid than I already was. But yeah, that's no. I'm still just really upset about. I'm upset about all of this bullshit. But I'm still mostly focused on the Lombardi or whatever. Something needs done, dude. Like,
yeah, that's something ain't right with that person.
He needs on a list. He needs to be like not live anywhere near a school. Like, he's disgusting.
Yeah, actually, like,
and
go ahead.
Ren is doing her typical bullshit, and it's kind of amusing because they've made up this whole like new family for him.
Yeah. It's like I was gonna ask Tug, if he jumped in, is like how is he enjoying his new family? And apparently,
right? How do you like? I have a double life there.
This family that was invented out of whole cloth. That I. Yeah, I agree. It's time for helicopter rides.
What is that?
Oh, you don't know? Okay, there was this.
Yeah.
There was this dictator. Yeah, he was a dictator. All right, Monica, you have a good night, bud. But had I think his name was Pinochet.
Oh, good night.
I think his name Pinochet or something like that. And he had a problem with commies in his country, so the commies went for helicopter rides. Meaning they went on a helicopter and then they got pushed out of the helicopter.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
How did I not know this?
Yeah.
I've always wondered what the hell the helicopter ride thing is.
Yeah.
I always wondered what the fuck.
So you've heard of helicopter rides all these years, all these past years.
Yeah, and I've just been like,
and
I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't get it. People pay for those. Like,
he's like, oh, they're getting them for free. Well, okay then.
Hey, you're offering free ones. I don't fucking get it.
Yeah,
Are you taking them away from
if you want the meme, look up Pinochet's free helicopter rides. Would be the. Yeah, Pinochet did nothing wrong.
I'm safe because you could not pay me to get on a helicopter, dude.
I think of that if you were a commie, I don't think you had much of a choice for the for the lift, is what I'm getting.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I just know, man. Helicopters, throw me out of a plane, damn it. Oh, fucking helicopter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hey Tug.
Yeah, actually, getting thrown out of either one would suck, but.
Yeah. So, hey Tug, congratulations on your nuptials to Lola.
Yep.
I would want to know from Tug, like, how does your wife feel about this? It's like, wait a minute. Free helicopter rides for pedos and yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially pedos. You know,
especially now that I know what the hell that means. For a good long time, I've been over here like, I don't get it, because don't people like pay for those? Like, well, isn't that like a luxury?
Like, yeah. It's kind of like the joke that I made yesterday on Twitter, where I said because somebody said it was our old favorite politician, Ocasio-Cortez.
Oh boy!
Where she said that, like, talking about it was like border stuff. So where they're fleeing their country because of climate change. And I said I thought they were fleeing their country because they were in a socialist commie dictatorship regimes that they basically can't live without basic necessities. But what do I know? And then I started putting two and two together. I said, now wait a minute. That means if we got rid of commies, we could save the planet. I just became the world's...
What? Did she really say that?
No, I'm saying that. I was putting two and two together.
No. I mean, the first thing. The first thing
she actually did say. Yeah, she said that...
They're fleeing climate change.
Yeah, they're fleeing climate change, yes.
Because I've seen people like put words in her mouth because they're
it was an actual tweet.
Because she says some retarded shit.
It was an actual tweet.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
I'm telling you.
How is fucking climate change going to be different anywhere fucking else? I'm going to flee one part of the planet to another part of the planet because the entire planet is fucked. Okay, supposedly fucked. Like. I'm supposed to be mad right now.
Well, that's why I'm here. Try to get some rest. You know how it is.
Oh shit!
But no, and like so.
I'm crying.
So my thing was, I was like, if that's the truth, then if we get rid of commies, then we save the planet.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I'm all for it. I said, okay, I just became the world's biggest environmentalist because I'm ready to save the planet now. Let's. They're fleeing shows because they are...
He is actually that dumb.
What was that
With
word?
helicopter rides for everybody.
This is why we need Xeon. I think it's time to establish the principality in space.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, dude, save the planet with helicopter rides for everyone. But that's why she wants to ban air travel, because you can't throw them from a helicopter if you're not allowed to fly a helicopter.
That's good. I like that. Yeah. I like Alexandria Occasional Cortex.
Oh, I've seen that one a few times. That's my favorite one.
That's a good one. Apparently, she's getting...
that was an actual tweet, because people have made up tweets.
I know. There's made up shit about it, but the thing is...
And made up stuff that she supposedly said, and I'm like, I don't know if this is real or fake.
Seriously, guys, you don't need to make shit up, because most of the stuff she says is fucking crazy, right? So...
Just wow.
I like that. There needs to be... that's why we need Xeon. Let's see. We'll say pedos get dropped from orbit. Oh, that's a good one, too. I can deal with that. The ride is free. The return trip is very direct. I like that. Save the planet. # copters for commies. See, one of them will, if they ever see this stream, it's like, they were talking about throwing us out of helicopters. Like, no, you got to understand. See, I'm an environmentalist now, and we need to save the planet. And I have correlated that communists pollute the planet. So if we get rid of commies, we save the planet. I'm just saying.
What's really funny is that at least China is like the biggest polluter.
All right, the biggest communist country in the world also happens to be the biggest fucking polluter in the world. I'm just saying. Science is on my fucking side. My mother's husband, a very liberal jerk, thinks AOC is a nutball. Like, dude, there's so many people who are very liberal, and they're like, I mean, even Nancy Pelosi, they won't, there's been a lot of behind the scenes talk, like Nancy Pelosi's like, we need to do something about this crazy.
Like, she's insane. She's making us all look bad.
Oh, yeah,
she's look bad.
She's already she also pissed off her constituency because she's one of the reasons why Amazon's not coming to New York now.
Yep. Yep. And she was all proud of that, and everybody else was like pissed.
It's like, well, instead of spending $5 billion in tax credits on that. Why can't we build new railroads? I was like, because that's not how tax credits work, you idiot. How the hell can you claim to be an economics major and you not know this?
With all that money you didn't make.
Yeah. So we're going to use this money that we don't have and build things that we don't need. I say, well, that actually is like perfectly. That's a perfect fucking commie thing, right? To take money you don't have, build shit we don't need.
You think they're just gonna stay in there?
The two biggest commie countries in history are China and the USSR, and the two greatest polluters in history too. Yep, it's true. Will she stay in there? There's talks about they're going to rearrange her district, so it's almost like she won't be able to. Not that she won't be able to. That if they redistrict her, they're gonna put her in a district where she can't win.
All right, I was gonna say I was hearing stuff like that.
Yeah, they're gonna. Don't worry, they're gonna take care of her and the other troublemakers they got. They're gonna figure it out. I mean, the Democrats have. I gotta respect them for one thing. The Democrats know how to make their problem people disappear.
Well, yeah, especially the Clintons.
Oh yeah, well, like I don't know what happened to this guy. I mean, he was he apparently killed himself in the back of the head and then rolled himself up in a carpet and threw himself in the dumpster.
Apparently, he shot himself in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I kind of want her to stay.
Yeah.
Because it's funny. Then that's the seat she's taking up, being a worthless piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. She's like the lady that thinks she saved Pizza Hut money by refusing business when she refused the customers' coupons with her tax credit nonsense. Yeah. Their usual way of making them disappear is with a double tap to the head, to the back of the head.
That is real suicide.
I mean, yeah. Somehow Vince Foster killed himself by shooting himself in the back of the head, then rolled himself up in a carpet and put himself into a dumpster. It's amazing. AOC suing Azal Mucham, and she had information on Hillary Clinton. We used to meme back in 2016 when that was all gone. We would come in the Discord like, guys, I have information that will lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton, then leave the server immediately. Like, oh no, they got him. These people are proving that college, as it currently exists, is useless waste of money and time. Yeah, that's what gets me. Is like she didn't even take like one of them bullshit liberal arts things, that are usually totally worthless. She took like economics, which you would think, well, then she should have an understanding of economics. I've always said if you have an understanding of economics, you can't be a progressive because
exactly because
if you have, it's like my friend has a good example. I think you'll like this. Okay, so imagine you're digging a hole. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you dug the hole, and you're in the hole. You've dug so long, so you're basically head deep into the hole at this point, right? And so then you tell the guy, okay, now dig out of the hole. You can't do it. You can't dig out of a hole. The only thing you can do is fill the hole in to get out of it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like I've got I have apples, right? So if I run out of apples and my apple tree is gone, then I can't just say, okay, here's some credit for some more apples, so. Mm-hmm. Oh, she didn't even get a minor in economics? Holy shit. AOC conservatives funded AOC's campaign in a secret attempt to red pill New York. That would be hilarious if that was true.
Dude, I have seen people legitimately theorize that, and sometimes I believe it.
Doctor, you're over. I love my chat. I love you.
Dude, that's exactly what I was thinking when you said it. Though, is I was like, well, I mean, if you just go at an angle, you can dig yourself a ramp.
Look, we ain't building the Great Sphinx over here, okay? I'm talking about holes and digging out of them, okay?
But you can dig out.
Shut up! I'm a dwarf. I just stubborn my way out of the hole. Yeah. What it is like 100 years from now, like there's an archaeological dig and they just find Joe in the hole. He's still alive and everything. He's just like, what'd you do? Too stubborn to die. Well, okay. if you were trying to red pill New York, wouldn't you do anything differently than get AOC in there?
Right?
I mean, the thing is, somebody said, I mean, the biggest cure for socialism is to actually enact socialism.
Right?
Or communism or whatever. Like somebody said, you know, if we wanted to go ahead and push the, quote, recovery for America, then Bernie Sanders should be president. Because he would screw it up so badly.
That everybody would be like, let's never do that again.
Let's never do that again. Yeah. Yes. Oh, so where was it? I don't think there's too much more to talk about, honestly. It's just, like I said, this is a rant stream. This is exactly...
We yelled at them. I do kind of... I feel like this isn't the first time I've challenged Mark to a fight.
I think you challenged him to the last time. Oh, Marky Mark is still going, apparently.
Oh, my God.
Being such a punk that you bring up a toddler in attacks only to start stammering when you get called out, just like last time. It reminds me of the Crystal Method song lyrics. What's the matter, MF? You were a man a minute ago. This is the comic industry support. Like, dude, Tug, if you're still listening, I want to tell you I appreciate your way of advertising and saying support better pros. This is absolute perfect marketing. I don't know if you intended to do it, but it's working. I'm still waiting for Cab. Cab is taking pictures of buttholes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. He busy.
The hardest part of socialism is not killing civilians by the bushel trying to implement it.
So you have people left to go, oh, that was dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, that and Doctor has a good point. It's sort of like how you get rid of a really bad law. The best way to get rid of a terrible law is to enforce it completely. I mean, yeah. You make it so like, oh, this is what we did? Okay, let's see what Mark said here. I mean, you don't think it's possible that old Umby is trying to drum us, I'm sure he meant up, support by misrepresenting things, right? He's not creating all this faux outrage to get people to back his book. That would just mean he doesn't think it could succeed by its own merits. That'd be sad.
It already succeeded before they started this shit.
Yeah, I mean, it was succeeded last night. It was fully funded last night. What are you talking about?
It was before they freaking noticed.
Oh, Ren. Perhaps if you were better people, you wouldn't constantly have to do damage control. Then again, Lombardi and yourself share a lot of hobbies. In addition to harassing consumers and kids, you also attack small businesses and deplatform too. The comics industry, lol. I need a picture of Tug or one of his avatars or something, and it's just like the comic industry, lol.
Oh, that should have been the thumbnail.
Well, if he just said it, so no. Oh my goodness. Lombardi mentioned Tug's child in response to being accused of attacking Tug's child. He attacked Tug's child, though. Never mind the original accusation is made up bullshit, which is Tug's MO. There was no made up bullshit. It actually happened. We saw it. You're an idiot.
Yeah, do they not have eyes?
No, what it is, it's a situation where deny reality. That's what it is. It's just deny fucking reality. They don't.
Like, somebody needs to be in there just posting that freaking tweet right back at them.
Yeah.
As a reply to every tweet. Yeah. Really? Because right here. It's right here again.
Yeah,
here it is still. It's right here. Like,
guess what? Ain't changed. Still the same.
Yeah, still there.
Yep. Still doing it. This MF just keeps going. First, some POS tries to destroy my job. Then my kid, my platform, my friends, my wife, because all this wife shit is supposed to be her. My kid again, me, because I buy comics, want professionalism / good products. This is the comic industry. Walk away, join us. And I agree. Fuck these people.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, at first I felt bad. Like, oh man, I don't want to see the comics industry go down in flames. Like, we need to do something. Somebody needs to do something. We need to fix it. It went from that to, man, this really sucks. I don't think it's going to get fixed, and I don't want it to, I don't want it to crash. This sucks. To, I'll bring the marshmallows, you guys.
I'll bring the lighter. I'll bring the kerosene. Let's do it. Yep. Fuck
y'all. Indies where it's
Oh,
at.
I forgot to do.
Clearly.
I forgot to do the cat dad voice for Mark earlier. I'm gonna do it for this one.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah, do it again.
Literally, you mean like he's threatening to sue everyone for stuff he makes up? I was doxxed. I'm suing. My child was threatened. I'm suing. He makes up stories online that are just more fantastical than his bullshit rip-off comic that he's crowdfunding. Successfully crowdfunded, sir. Successfully. Do you want to take a look again? I mean, look at this. You know,
What is it supposed to be a ripoff of?
Yeah, what's he ripping off? You know, so,
they never really said what the comic is supposed to be ripping off.
Oh, look, $19,135. So, what are y'all at? Oh, you'll have him moved.
Wow.
Now, but I'm gonna point it. In fact, in the next probably day or so, right? Oh yeah, okay. I just noticed something. It went up a little bit. People are talking. I saw this guy. He was trying to make a point. It's like the lowest funding rate to get something is, to get a piece of this is, this amount of dollars. I'm literally seeing it going up $1 or $2 at a time. So these are people just donating to it. They're not getting anything.
Yep.
That's why they have, quote, more backers. And as I pointed out, that doesn't mean anything. Maybe they'll get a fucking bumper sticker.
When I was younger, my big dream was to be able to, if I couldn't do art, then write for one of the big two. Mm-hmm. And that changed hardcore to, wow, I would not want my name attached to the big two. I wouldn't want my name attached to some of the smaller ones. Mm-hmm. My dream now is to make my own by myself.
Let's see.
And maybe publish through Alterna, because they're awesome. But
they're fighting over who gets to light the match. Exactly. It used to be like, man, I don't want Marvel and DC to go anywhere. Now I'm like, fuck them companies.
Yep. Now I'm like,
because the way I look at it, that's one less outlet they have, right?
Yep. Exactly.
I mean, they'll say, but Wayne, that means you want to deplatform them. You goddamn right I do. I'm sorry.
They can go indie too and try to find their own audience that wasn't already, they automatically attached.
I want to take this. I want to put this as matter of factly as I can get. Okay, as matter of fucking fact as I can get. They are pissed the fuck off that they're 50 some odd people who are writing this bullshit with their so-called industry clout have been surpassed.
Will only get paid about $50 a person.
Yeah, that have been
$100 for artists.
that was surpassed by a guy who has a YouTube channel and talks about comic books. And the real best thing is probably in the next day or so, their initial goal is going to be surpassed by him. I will make that prediction. By at least, I would say by Sunday or at least Monday. But I'm going to say Sunday. By Sunday, Tug's book will be at $25,000. Hell, I just submitted my tax return today. I hope it fucking gets in before this runs out so I can fund it. Yeah, I will make this. This will be regrettably, I have not funded any books because I ain't had no money. But I got tax money coming. And damn it, that'll be the first one I do. And not because of, it looks entertaining. I'm not going to say it's, not, and he, like he said, he wanted to make an all ages comic. He wanted something he could enjoy with his child. Right?
Which I think is really sweet.
Yeah. And, but then they've turned it into something, they're trying to turn it into something
They've managed
disgusting.
To pervert. Yeah, they managed to pervert that. And then they're the ones that pervert it and go, y'all are perverts because we did this. Like, we perverted this. Y'all are perverts. How does that work?
Mm-hmm. Indeed. I love the idea of being my own boss. Yeah, well, I'm just reading what you're saying. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you just read. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was continuing on my thought.
Yeah, the comics industry got beat by a guy that is a financial autist on IDW on YouTube.
I really like this Tug being like this victory story because it's one thing when it's Ethan and some of them that they already had the experience. They already had the experience. They already came kind of came from the big two and stuff. So
Yeah.
they kind of got their own fandom like established.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see one. This is a first time project.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not just walking away from the big industry to go solo. This is their first try.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to see that be that successful.
Yeah.
And that gives hope to other people that want to do it too.
Well, it's kind of like, the people talk about like, when Ethan does his, his campaigns, they're all like, oh, Ethan's just taking money away from, other people. I was like, well, obviously not, because,
he's giving them product. What is he taking?
Well, no, talking about taking away from the little guy, right? The little comic creator that wants to.
Oh.
And I was like, well, obviously not, because, the Case of the Littlest Umbrella is fully funded. Downcast is fully funded, right? The Good Night is fully funded. Cadillac's nicer. Samurai and Dinosaurs is fully funded. I mean, I need to go on?
But Ethan worked to have his.
Yeah, and Ethan worked on having
that he brought with him. Yeah.
Yeah, and increased it.
He built that audience. He put in the effort to build his fandom and audience.
And Tug is not like a small time either. He's got like what? Over 20,000. I think it was like over 25,000 subscribers on his channel, right? So it's
he worked to build that audience. So he's got a built-in audience too. Mm-hmm. I only regret the Comic Gate wasn't a thing back when, we were going ham on Gales about Batgirl.
Yeah. Was that when they were? Yeah. Was that the cover situation with the Joker cover?
It was to change the cover, and then she freaked out again over the animated killing joke, and that's when she told me I clearly was not her and some dude. Mm-hmm. I cannot remember who he was, but he had a check mark too. They told me I clearly was not a Batgirl fan if I enjoyed Oracle more than Batgirl leading up to Oracle. Yeah, so I clearly don't read. No, I clearly don't read comics. Mm-hmm. That's what it was.
I don't read comics.
I don't read comics because I liked Oracle better than how Batgirl was written leading up to that. Mm-hmm. Because I said Oracle was more interesting.
Yep. Scott Steiner's just giving the no simpy on Deadbeats right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm just draped him over their Take that.
I've watched it. It just goes up by $1 every now and then.
Yeah, it's not like
$1 or $3.
Exactly. Let me take this down. Bam-a-lam. Okay. But yeah, let's see.
Good idea. They'll be unsung heroes they wanted to they imagine themselves to be. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's like what? Less than $900 away from $20,000. and here they are at 13. Right? They're where at Tug was at last night. And remember, they had a jump on him. Right?
They had a jump on him, and he was already at almost 15 while they were sitting at 13.
Yep. So, yeah. It's just amazing that they, let's see if there are any more. Tug, do you have anything else for us in this? It's like, and now, here we go. He finally got to Chrissy.
Oh, finally.
And now the SJW circle is complete. First, target your child. Second, target your child. Third, target your child. Fourth, target your child. Fifth, deny. Sixth, pretend blowgag is because woman.
Wow. Yeah, here's Rant. She denied. I called her out on it.
Yep. So you have a witness right here. That.
Yeah, and I was like, the tweets are still there.
Yeah.
Stupid. But yeah, then her response to, the tweets are there. There's receipts. Was post gifts.
Yep. Well, Tug, if you're still listening, all I got to say is, you need to adopt. You're doing good. You just need to become the Tuggernaut for a while. Just bowl right through them.
Yeah, every time his backing number goes up, it feels like a small victory for me. Even here's another one.
He's finding all kinds of good shit. You ready for this one? Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So, Ren says, let's see what she says first.
Oh my god! Sorry, I read the first line and I can't. I almost peed.
Oh, do we want to talk about professional victim?
Woo! Sorry, like, I'm not kidding. I almost...
Tug's a professional victim. He relies on pity to grow his YouTube audience and fund his projects. Fund his projects. He probably included a child character in his comic specifically so he could pretend the child was being attacked and score more pity bucks for his campaign. I want to point again, 13,972, 19,135. Get right, bent. I was about to say something else. I'm glad I stopped myself.
I'm going to say I hope they don't get funded because there's a lot of names attached to that. Mm-hmm. So I can't say that every single name is a shitty person.
They're going to put money.
But they have a lot of shitty people attached.
They're attack her. This is why a professional shield was given comics.
Fuck. That is a sign of an abusive person.
What are you talking about? Oh. I'm just reading what Tug said. It's like, this is why a professional shield was given a comics in, because they continually disparage and attack in the name of corporate comics, lockstep or else. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you attach shit to gold, it's still shitty. Yep. Like, Tug is a professional victim. Facepalm. Ren, you dumb. You're dumb.
Just, what the fuck? This is the same chick that attacked and mocked me for being concerned and siding with a possible victim of sexual assault. And, tried to say that I didn't give a shit. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I said, I give a shit because I know what it's like and stuff, she fucking not only mocked me for it, but then when people started calling her shitty for it, she turned around and went, oh, well, I'm a victim too. Mm-hmm. I just don't wave my victimhood around as a shield like he does. The thing you just fucking did.
The thing you just fucking did? Get the fuck out of here.
And I didn't wave mine around as a shield. I waved mine around as, here's where I'm coming from. Mm-hmm. On this topic.
It was literally like, okay, I understand. It's like one of those, I understand where you're coming from. I understand this situation kind of thing. You know, it wasn't like... Yeah,
it was, this is why I feel passionately about this topic. Mm-hmm. So don't tell me that I don't care about victims.
But guys, like I said, you know, we've seen the
victimhood around as a shield. I'm a victim too, but I don't do that. Like or whatever.
Like I said, we've seen her thing. We've seen her what she said in the past when it was for the other side and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's all about, you know, it's either attention or she's getting paid or whatever. It's something that's not normal with this person.
Yeah.
It's just not a normal way to behave. Because she will stand for Marvel. She will stand for, you know, people who don't need to be stand for. She stands for fucking Funimation. She stands for fucking Monica Rial. She stands for fucking all these other, you know, garbage people. So when you think about it, what does she gain from it? Notoriety. Right? What has she got in now? Yeah. Now she's in, like I said.
Now her name's going to be on a book.
Yeah. Well, guess what? So is mine. And so is Piper's at some point. I mean, it's all, you know, that you're not as special as you think you are. Now.
See, but my names are going to be on books that I actually did something.
Right. Well, and also on top of that, I want my name attached to a book that I had something to do with, not somebody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, you want to show them gators?
I'm going to put your name on this book.
I'm going to show them gators, LOL, and you show them, yeah. And I'll be like, okay. Well, I'm over here. I'm just going to be over here, you know, writing stuff for my
actually making a book.
Yeah, I'm just going to, still working on those profiles and, you know, all that good stuff. So, yeah, you have fun doing whatever that is you're doing over there. And while I have, you know, actual original ideas and not ripping off the Crypt Keeper and anything else. Yeah, I'm not going to buy something that has Rim's name on it. Yeah, It's like, yes, we can French.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, if anything, this like gives me more, because the thing is, like, what's going to happen? One or both of us, because depending on what happens, we get a project out there, we get it going. They'll attack us too. They'll go through every stream that we've ever had, and they'll say, "Oh, look what they said here. Look what they said there." They'll clip everything they said, and and that's fine. Do whatever. They'll try to get us deplatformed. Look, guys, you folks, I know your game plan. Okay, I already know it. It's not hard. You repeat the same thing over and over again, and you wonder why it's not as effective as it was the last time you did it, because people are catching on to the act.
Yep.
By the time you get to us, nobody will care about you. I mean, nobody cares about you now hardly. You do this shit that you do to try to stir up
controversy. The only people that care about her are people in her bubble and people that are making fun of her. Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah. So enjoy your moment, your fleeting moments in the limelight. And like I said, I'm not here talking like I'm not anybody. I'm just a guy who lives his life. I told you, you remember I told you before, we've said it before. I do this for fun. This is not like a thing for me. It's something fun. It's my time to wind down after dealing with what I have to deal with during the day. That's all it is. It's just fun for me.
Same here.
And like I said, it's also an outlet. So when stuff like this happens, and people do dumb shit like this, or disgusting shit like Mark did, it gives us a chance to rant about it.
Nerds, geeks, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Chatting about their hobbies and shit and what's happening in that world.
Having a good time.
Ranting, poking fun, or having fun.
Yep. Just having ourselves a good time. That's all.
A good old time.
But anyway, like I said, I think we've talked enough about this. And I have a little disappointment. I talked to Mike Murphy today, and unfortunately, he's coming down with a cold, and doesn't think he'll be able to make it tomorrow night. Unfortunately, but he said we will reschedule for next week. So tomorrow will just be a normal show, unless somebody else pops up and wants to, come on. But yeah. So until then,
okay.
Yeah. Until then, we will see you tomorrow night, Friday. Tomorrow night, yeah. And we will hopefully we will talk about something a little more fun. Even though
we should be on time.
We should be on time. Piper had a prior engagement, so we just moved things around a little bit to make sure we got it in there. So anyway,
yeah.
Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.